Hi, and welcome to Mom Boss Chronicles. We are your host. I am Jen.
I'm Sue.
And we are empowering and inspiring people through meaningful conversations. So make sure to like and subscribe to listen to great content weekly.
Welcome back to Mom Boss Chronicles. We have a guest here with us today. This is Alex Rascoll. She is the owner of the Bunny Hive, which is a franchise. It's going to be opening in Fort Monmouth, and we're very excited to hear more about this endeavor that you have going on, because I think, one, it's definitely different from the other play cafes or mommy and me type situations that are going on in our area, which are amazing as well. Absolutely. But will love to hear. Tell us everything about everything that Bunny Hive has to offer.
Absolutely. So one, thank you both for having me.
Yeah.
So the Bunny Hive, our tagline is that we're a social club for little ones and their grown-ups.
I love that.
It's funny because I think, to your point, it is very different. And when you start talking about the tagline, and it took me a while to really embrace it, and then you really start to embody it. And I really think through. I grew up in Monmouth County. I'm a mom as well. And there's so much about becoming a mom and that new chapter that's it's just something you've never experienced before,
yes.
right? And if you don't have your friends in that chapter at the same time, it's very hard to find the village.
Yes, it could be isolating.
Oh my goodness. So what the Bunny Hive is we have classes for parents and children. It's anchored and rooted in building connection between you and your child, and building connection between you and other parents in the area. But I also want to bring in the connection of the community.
Yeah.
There are so many local businesses in Monmouth County that are tailored to young families. And I think also in this time, there's so much information that it's like an abundance of options.
Too many options.
I know.
Yes.
You don't know where to start,
It's
what to do.
confusing,
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I want to be able to use the Bunny Hive as a central location for young families to be able to, one, have that dedicated time with their children, be able to meet other parents. There's so many parents that came here, after COVID, that came from the city. That's a very normal trajectory for young families.
Yes.
And then they don't have other connections.
Right.
Yeah.
It's because it's different when you're coming to the suburbs from somewhere in Manhattan or Jersey City, Brooklyn, where you see your neighbors quite often. You're meeting at the parks right down the street, and you're building that community. Yeah.
So I want the Bunny Hive to be that, central location for businesses, for families, for Monmouth County to be able to get together.
Yeah.
I love the concept.
Right?
Yeah.
What drew you to Fort Monmouth? I mean, that's the buzz. It's Fort Monmouth. Everything Fort Monmouth right now.
Yeah, I think the way I thought of Fort Monmouth is, the Bunny Hive is a unique concept, right? To your point, it's not a play cafe. It's meant to be for families to come together. And the way that Fort Monmouth was kind of explained to me with their vision is that it's really more of a destination. So it's somewhere where people can, go to the Bunny Hive for a class, but then there's a walking path that's going to be around the entire fort.
There's going to be a lot there.
There's a lot there. And I want people to have it part of their day.
Right.
It's not going out of their way to go to the Bunny Hive.
Just to go to a strip mall to go into this one class.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think the one thing that I didn't expect but has been remarkable is all of the businesses at the fort right now really embody the whole Bunny Hive vibe.
I love
I would say.
It's
they're bringing people together.
Yeah. We're going to do an event at Nickel. I work with Skinny Flowers all the time.
Well, Skinny Flowers too. I know there's Bird's Mouth as well, but Skinny Flowers, it seems so family focused.
Skinny
and
Flowers
family.
is a brewery, right?
Yes.
And for anybody who's listening who doesn't know this local lingo, Fort Monmouth was truly a fort.
Yeah.
They closed it
The
down.
Army.
Yeah, it was in full function, full swing. They closed it down, I think, around 2010.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And for a while, they didn't know what they were going to do with it. And now they're completely revitalizing it. And Netflix, big name, they're coming. And there are some businesses already opening, and there'll be even more. So like you said, it's going to be a true destination for people in Monmouth County. It's very, very exciting for locals because this was just kind of sitting there, empty and unused.
Destitute. It was really an eyesore.
In a prime spot,
right.
right by the water. Beautiful location. So very exciting to see businesses come there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been so fun, and there's so much excitement too.
Right.
So yeah, everyone's eager to work together. Everyone's interested in partnering and how can we do something together and get the community together. And I think it was the best decision to go to the fort
I love
that.
for so many reasons, but then also just the people that are there have just,
Because everybody's invested to seeing each other's business grow.
absolutely.
It's like, okay, I want to help your business. You help my business.
Yeah.
We'll all grow.
And it's all such good stuff too over there.
know.
Starting like the bagel shop and
Great bagels, by the way.
I know they're so phenomenal.
And there's a brewery there,
The
right?
brewery, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Haven't tried. Olive and Oak is going to be opening something there as well. Like so, a lot of really cool local, spots that deserve the notorieties as well. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
There's also a few other businesses that have already been established, like Poe in Fairhaven is moving over there now.
that's
I didn't know
awesome.
that.
They'll be
Okay.
right next door to me. Kick Dance Studio as well, another successful business in Fairhaven moving over as well.
Amazing.
So it's, it's just, again, the community that's either already established or the community that's eager to become part of Monmouth County is really growing over there.
So cool. I love it. So how did you become educated on Bunny Hive? Because I know it's a franchise. So where did you come across?
So this story.
Do you have a business background? Like, were you looking for business?
My background has always been in marketing,
Okay.
in business. I have done marketing for the past, 10, well, definitely more than that, 15 plus years.
It's crazy how those numbers
Right.
come
It's
up,
like,
right?
wait a minute. More than a decade. Yes.
So primarily in partnerships. I did technology marketing and then kind of went into product marketing as well. So I was in corporate for a long time, and it was wonderful. It served its purpose during a certain chapter of my life. And then I was pregnant with my second daughter. Zoe's 18 months now. So when I was just about 8 or 9 months pregnant with her, I came across an ad on Instagram for the Bunny Hive. The Bunny Hive was opening in not Fort Monmouth. I'm Fort Monmouth.
Yeah,
Hoboken.
Okay.
Oh, wow. And it's funny, you just happened to come across it.
Yes. So, I mean, I was the target audience.
True, a
pregnant
mom.
mom.
Yes. Yeah.
And
You're on the algorithm. Yes.
so I looked at it and I was like, oh, this looks incredible. I would love this for me to take my daughter.
Yeah.
And then when I, clicked into it, it said, become a studio owner. And I always joke, my husband and I always had those conversations, what are we going to do?
Aw.
How are we going to get out of corporate? What are we, what's our $1 million idea? And then this one just kind of fell into place. I was like, hey, look, I saw this. I'm going to fill out this form. And then I filled out the form. And then I had a conversation with the corporate team. And then I went down to Virginia to meet the corporate team. And
Oh, wow.
it was one thing after another.
Yeah.
And it all aligned. It was so easy and
amazing.
flawless.
Yep.
And I'm a strong believer that things line up the way that it's meant to.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I just felt it was right.
That's
and then
awesome.
I was on maternity leave. And I was laid off from my corporate job. And I was like, well,
Wow.
that is a sign.
I mean, how much more?
right?
Hello.
I was like, okay, we're moving
You have to
forward.
do this.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I signed the franchise agreement a year ago, Valentine's Day.
Wow.
So we're really at a year.
Yeah.
And I think the longest process has been because I want the fort.
Right.
We signed with the fort in the
Yeah.
spring. New construction
Yes,
is new construction.
Of course. Yes.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, it's been so fun building the community. The amount of people that have reached out to me and said, I'm so excited for this. Or, we have a significant amount of members already.
Wow.
You mentioned that when we chatted. The fact
Yeah.
that you have members already signed up without even
door
opening
open,
the
yeah.
doors yet is phenomenal.
It just shows that you did the right thing. There was a need. You saw that.
You
If
built it, and they're coming.
And
Yes.
they
Yeah.
are, and that's so cool.
So I can't wait for there to be an actual space to
Yeah.
really open the doors. And
Right.
I kind of envision the space feeling like I'm welcoming you into my house. I want you to feel like this is just your third space. This is your way to get out of the house. Let the kids be. You relax.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And don't worry about cleaning up. Don't worry about all the things that you do have to worry about at home.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. That's how I got there.
It's amazing though, how the stars did truly align. And then also, with the chapter you have your daughter who's 18 months old. You're pregnant right now with your third daughter. Yeah. And so opening up this endeavor is not only going to give you an opportunity to flex your entrepreneurial muscles, but also to do things that includes your family.
Yes.
How beautiful is that?
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Zoe has been literally at pretty much every business meeting. I've gone to multiple networking events with her on my hip.
Yep.
Thank God it just kind of goes with the brand.
Yeah, because they understand parents.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then my oldest is 13, and she has just found it so fun
I'm sure.
to be involved. And, you know, I had a networking event last night. She's like, Mom, I can come. I can get dressed up. And I was like,
Stop. That's
I
so
love you,
sweet.
but no.
But she
Right.
wants to be right. That's
I was like,
cool.
don't worry, every Saturday
Yeah.
you'll be working.
Right, exactly. Well, and that's the thing too, is when she's seeing, you're setting an example for her to know that she can follow her dreams, and then she's gonna have to work.
Yeah.
So it's perfect.
Like, I'm
So
gonna
she'll
need
have a
you.
job.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And she's exposed to all the fun stuff, right? And I feel like the age that she's at, you said 13, right? Is like the perfect age to be around little kids too.
Yes.
You know, like she's gonna be like mother hen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so awesome.
So it's fun.
And then, so we had talked about on the phone, if you're willing to share, because I think oftentimes people are scared to take a leap because they're like, well, what about this and what about money? Where am I finding the funding?
Yes.
So if you wouldn't mind sharing with our friends how you came up with the funding for this, because it's not traditional, but you made it happen.
Yeah, I think going back to your point, like I never would have thought that I had funding to do any of this.
You would have
And-
stopped, right? You would, like,
Oh,
you saw
yeah.
the ad, I'm like, that's great, but that's not me.
Exactly.
It's not gonna
And
happen.
I think it was
Yeah.
only because everything with the Bunny Hive just worked, and it just was like, well, of course I'm going to do this, and then you have to make it work. Like then I have to find the funding.
You're
right?
like, I'll figure this out.
Exactly. I
Yes.
will figure it out. So luckily I did have some investments that I was able to pull from. So that was just a small amount there. And then because of my corporate background, I had a 401k. And I learned through the franchise, you know, they advised me that what I could do is open a S Corp, enroll my 401k into that as like startup costs.
Yeah.
And there's no tax,
Oh, it's awesome.
implications.
Yeah.
And so that was a big portion of it. And then luckily I was one of the people who purchased a house before
Yes.
like COVID boom.
Yeah.
So I was able to take some equity out of that as well.
Awesome.
So that's
You got creative.
Right.
Yes.
I know.
Right. And it wasn't like just one, like I think I have a fixed personality and a fixed mind. So in my brain, I'd be like, well, I need this lump sum from one particular
Bank. Yeah.
place.
One
You
loan.
know, like
I need
that's
one loan,
right.
and then that's
But
it.
like if you sit down and actually think about, well, I have this and I have this, and oh my God, well, when
I
you
could
add
piece
it
it
all
together.
together, holy crap, I can make this happen.
And when there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to say, I can't. Sorry, that's a roadblock.
yeah, I
Yeah.
completely agree. I think it was like because there was a will. It was like I knew I had to do it.
There's a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Now, when you were checking out the space at Fort Monmouth, how were they like in terms of when you were presenting what your business, was? Were they like, cool, that's great? Were they like, I'm just curious how the feedback was on that.
So it's funny. I already looked at Fort Monmouth like before I signed the franchise agreement because I had it in my mind. I was like, all right, if I'm moving forward with this, that's where I have to
Okay.
go.
That's so cool.
So I went there and I looked at it, and I was originally looking at the other building,
Yep.
but I guess like their timeline was different than my timeline because again, I didn't have a business at
Right,
that point.
right.
And then they called me back again, stars aligned. They called me back, I think the week I signed my franchise agreement, and they were like, "Hey, look, we have another space. We're curious if you want to come look at it." And then I kind of like pitched the whole idea. And it was like they came back to me and she was like, "Oh, I just need to get like my landlord to like approve." And I was like, "Oh my God, I didn't even think like you were vetting me too."
Yes.
Well, of course it didn't occur to you because why wouldn't you want me to go out?
I was like, obviously.
Right.
Yeah. But then I got really nervous for a
Yeah.
second. But then they came around. They were like, "Oh no, I think this would be great. It'd be a great concept." And again, they have Kat, who's fantastic over at the Riverwalk. She is in charge of, all the tenants and building a community, and she has monthly meetings with the
love
tenants,
that.
and it's so wonderful to meet all of the other,
Yeah.
business owners there.
So
But
she's
they're-
keeping you connected.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're rooted in connection.
Yeah.
And so I think the business model just really made a lot of sense and spoke to kind of what they're trying to accomplish as
Yeah.
well.
Which is hence why I think you already have membership, because I'm sure they're spreading the word.
Yeah.
They're, which is so cool.
Yeah, they want to see your success for
Yeah.
sure. So for Bunny Hive, what is like what's the structure? So is it like a membership? Are there different tiers? How does that work for everybody?
So right now we have 2 founding membership options. Our first one is an unlimited membership. It's just a really great value at this point. So it's obvious. But you have unlimited classes. You have access to all of our member events. You get discounts on our pop-ups or seasonal events that we might have. And then I understand that this area is very diverse in terms of the type of family that you have. You either have, the stay-at-home mom, you have the working mom, or parent, we'll say parent, because it's definitely a full, membership for the entire family. So it doesn't matter how many children you have.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't matter who the caretaker is that day.
That's awesome.
But for working parents that maybe they have their children in daycare, we do have 4 classes a month. So you'll be able to join us once a week, and you still get access to the membership events. You know, you get that access, but maybe you don't need to commit as much.
Yeah.
Once we open, there'll definitely be other options.
Yeah.
We'll have drop-ins. I have class packs, but it's rooted in connection. And to me, it's really important that we build that community with
Right.
members. And then from there, we can kind of pivot and flow the way we need to.
Yeah. What are some of the classes like?
So we have a variety of classes. Ballet.
Oh my gosh, how
art.
cute.
It's very cute.
I love that.
It's been fun because I've gone down and trained and taught classes.
Yeah,
and
what they do. Yeah.
the like energy of being in the class too. Like the kids are so excited and everything's just, I'm like so excited for that to be my regular work day.
Yes, right. Like, I mean, how are you going to wake up and have a bad day?
Right.
You know?
It's just adorable.
Ballet, art, music. Then we also have classes that are more tailored to specific ages. So we have newborn, we have pre-walker. So this is anyone kind of around like 6 months
Oh,
to
the crawlers.
Yeah, exactly. Pre-walker, toddler, walker. But because it's family membership too, you know, if I'm bringing my 18-month-old and my 3-year-old, they're welcome to both, and we will accommodate the classes
awesome.
and the activities to their age level or to
Right.
their ability. But in those classes, we have it kind of grouped in different categories. So we'll do motor skills, sensory, movement, music, and it's all incorporating different aspects into the class.
That's so cool.
Does it go up to like age 5, I guess?
Yeah, about
Like
5.
school age. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I can imagine, like, I can see, I don't know if would make sense, but I can imagine like some like Goddard's or like the preschool places, like you're like the field trip to go to, you know, like bring the kids to, like drop in or something. And
Yeah,
maybe,
that
like,
would be
some
really
tailoring.
fun. We
Right.
haven't thought about
Right.
it
Like
that
a
way.
music or a ballet
Yeah,
class.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, how fun would that be for the kids? Oh, that's so cool. So, I mean, I know the doors haven't opened for this location just yet, but have you thought about, or is it on the horizon to potentially open another one somewhere?
It's crossed my mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always say, like, when I'm successful, or if I'm
love
successful,
it.
and then people respond, they're like, no, when.
When?
And I'm
Yeah,
like,
you
okay,
just speak it into
okay.
existence.
for sure.
When?
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely some other opportunities. I have a good portion of Monmouth County.
That's
so, and you know, Monmouth County is so big.
Yeah.
Like, and I know that there's a lot of people who travel to Fort Monmouth. It is
sure.
a great place to just go, but for a regular occurrence, it might not be where it makes sense.
Yes.
So, but yeah, when I'm successful, I have a few other ideas.
Absolutely. I
Are you
love
happy that you've done the franchise route, like that they have the playbook created for you?
I am, and I don't know if it's the same for every franchise,
Yeah.
but because this franchise is relatively small
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of getting off the ground and growing, there's a lot of that startup feel, and I've done like the startup feel before with corporations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've done like bigger corporations.
it.
It's so
Yeah.
good that you have that experience then
Yeah.
too.
It has
Yeah.
been really nice to like come into it with like a different perspective too. But yeah, I agree. Like the franchise route has been fantastic.
Yeah.
They've been so supportive. They have the playbook. I can go to other studio owners.
See what's working, right?
See what's working.
Not working.
Pivot.
Yeah. Yes.
I also have the freedom to create things the way I want
Oh,
to
that's so
based off
nice.
of my market.
Right.
That's
You know,
awesome.
a lot of the other locations are further south and their market is different than New Jersey.
Yeah, it's different needs.
Very.
Yeah.
And then New Jersey's been blowing up. So Hoboken was the first one. There's another one in Bergen County.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'll be the third. And then there will be one in Haddonfield, so
Okay.
South Jersey.
Yep.
And I've spoken to a few other potential studio owners that are kind of looking into the franchise for other portions of New Jersey as well. And it's been really fun to connect with those studio owners.
Yes.
Seema from Haddonfield and Barb from Bergen County. We're on our group chat.
I love that.
Love them. Fantastic.
Rooting
So it's
you
even
on.
like
Yeah.
another layer of community
Yes.
that you're being built into too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So is
fun.
it Bunny Hive from like the South, you were saying?
So they started, I think their first location was in Atlanta.
Oh, that's cool.
And then they had their second location in Richmond.
That's
and now
awesome.
Richmond's their headquarters.
That's awesome.
But they do have a lot in like Florida, Texas,
Wow,
South
that's cool.
Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia. I
So
think
they're
is, like-
growing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're at 30.
That's amazing.
Right now.
Yeah. So cool.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Very exciting times. So,
And I love the connection too for the moms.
Yes.
Like, because I do remember when I had a baby, the first time around, I would get to go to like the hospital had like a mom group. It was only once a week. And I would be like, well, what am I going to do on Thursday and Friday and Monday with my baby? So it's
Yeah.
so cool to know that
Yeah.
You know, there's a place that moms can go and just meet other moms.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah.
I was so isolated during maternity. Yeah, because I will say too, for any first time parents out there, because you don't know yet, and I was just fearful, right?
Totally.
Like, I'm scared to go in the car, I'm scared to do
Yes.
this, and in and out of like whatever.
But if you have something fun to go to.
Yes, and I promise it's not as scary as it is in
No.
your brain. If when you rip the Band-Aid off, it all starts to feel a lot better. So knowing that there's places to go to where you can connect with other moms and see other kids and you know,
low stakes too.
Yeah.
Like I think to your point, like you get stressed, like, oh my God, like, you know, what if I go and the baby cries?
Uh-huh.
Like,
Right.
you
Are
know,
people going
like,
to judge
God,
me because
yes.
if I try to go get coffee, my baby's flipping out? Yeah, but obviously you're going to a place where everybody has kids, so it's okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's amazing.
So, I was going to make one point about that too. Oh, I think to your point, like when it's your first time, like you are anxious that other
Yes.
people are judging you.
Yes.
But then when you start to realize that like everyone else's parents
Yeah.
and like I hear a baby cry, I'm like, it's not my kid.
Yes.
I'm okay. You
Right.
know, like that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I'm sorry.
Well, to
Yeah.
me, like on the other end of that now, you know, when I hear someone who's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm sorry," I'm like,
Don't.
been there, done that. Like, it's
I
okay.
understand.
I will never judge you for
Yes.
that. Like,
Yes.
babies cry. That's what
Like,
they do.
yes.
And it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Like, my shop is closed, but if I were to have a child, I'm like, oh man, it'd be so different. I'd be like,
That experience,
flipping
yes.
that baby around everywhere we're going. Everywhere. Like, so different. Yeah.
And it's so true. I think you said it earlier. Sometimes when you have a baby, your friends don't.
yeah.
So it's kind of isolating.
Yep.
But then it's so cool. You're going to have friendships be created there. Like, I met my best friend at Bunny Hive. Like, it's going to be so cool, the stories and connections
Yeah.
that other moms, they're
I
going to
love
find
the
their
name,
group there.
too, Bunny
Yeah.
Hive. Like, it's just so like cozy
Yes.
and cute, you know.
I do. I love the brand, the aesthetic, the all of
I mean,
it.
as a marketing person, right, it has
yeah.
to appeal to you too, right? Because we know a lot of marketing and brand is psychological.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that was like the big differentiator with the Bunny Hive is it. Yes, there is so much intention behind the design for children. It is low stimulation. It is calming.
I love that.
The toys are wooden and it's
Thoughtful.
meant for it's
Yeah.
very thoughtful and in design. But it also is really speaking to the parents. Like as a parent, I want to be able to go somewhere where I feel really comfortable and I don't feel like I'm going
Overstimulated.
to exactly.
Because I went to Dave and Buster's with my son because he had a gift card. And I was like, oh, this will be fun. And then after like 20 minutes, like all the machines going off, all the
Yes.
kids yelling, I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to be anywhere but here.
Yes.
Like, it's just too much
It didn't come with
stimulation.
Xanax, huh?
No. So, like, I appreciate as a parent going to a place where you know you're not going to be overly stimulated,
Yeah.
but it's still a fun, calming environment for everyone. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. So have you met the owners of the franchise too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're cool.
Brittany and Katie are fantastic. Two like best friends.
Oh, that's
they
so cool.
moms came up with the concept. Yeah, and Brittany runs it from a CEO and business standpoint, and Katie runs from the COO perspective and programming. So her background's in education. She puts all the programming
That's so
together.
cool.
But they're both so supportive. And the whole team, the whole corporate team has
Right.
been fantastic to work with.
Cool.
Yeah.
And are you going to be hiring? Or do
I
you have
do
a staff?
have a staff.
Okay. Oh, you have it in place already.
I have 6
Hey.
teachers right
Oh my
now.
Oh, that's
God.
awesome.
Which I'm very, very happy about.
Was it hard to find a staff?
Not exactly.
Good.
No, people are really interested and eager
That's awesome.
to be part of it. There's so many fantastic teachers too in the area. A lot of them have like special ed backgrounds and elementary school backgrounds, and that's not a requirement whatsoever. But it's been nice to see.
It just kind of fell into place
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I think that is very helpful. I mean,
Yes.
I will say that my village of babysitters, Jen uses them too. They all have education backgrounds and are now they now have real jobs in schools. But like I have felt there's a big difference in them watching my son.
Oh,
You know,
totally.
all the time he's
Yes.
been like I think they just instilled instinctively that educational aspect, or like we're going to read books, or like knowing how to help regulate.
Yes.
That's
Classroom
very important.
management.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
I was like, I need that. Can you teach
Yes.
me? Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, so I'm very happy about that. And now, they're so supportive and wonderful. And when I have events, I usually can call on them, like, come help me.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to train them and get us up and running soon.
Yeah. So do you have a date in mind? Kind of, maybe?
I have a date in mind.
Yes.
I've been hesitant to share it just because things have been like moved
fluid.
so much.
Yes. Things are fluid.
And then to your point, I am having a baby.
I know. Congratulations. Yeah. So that's a busy time in life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Opening a business and a baby.
It's like having twins.
Yeah.
Right?
I know.
Oh my God, totally. Yep.
So I never really thought I was type A or controlling, but I think I look at the calendar every day. I'm like, okay, well, if I have the baby on the 6th, that gives me 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm trying to control what I can't control,
I know. Yes.
which has been tough, but I think I do. I try to just take it day by day.
And obviously your
you
staff
have to.
knows you're having a baby.
Yes.
So obviously, are you preparing everyone to be fluid with you and flexible?
Yeah. For the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, I also plan on just showing up with my baby.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I'm here.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's kind of to speak to. It's your third. So you're like, oh no, we're going out. We're going
Yes.
to work.
Yes.
Right. We're
going to figure this out.
Right.
Exactly.
But the cool place, you're going to a calming, fun
Yes,
environment
right.
with your
Which
baby.
is exactly
Yes.
what it's meant for.
An extension of your home. And your husband has been supportive?
Oh my God, he's fantastic.
Not awesome.
It's amazing. He's absolutely my best friend.
Yeah.
He's so wonderful.
That's
but
awesome.
just the support that he's had, and he's funny. He's like, "Do you think you'd be okay? Maybe could I teach a class?"
Oh,
And I was like, "Yes."
He wants to get involved. I love that he wants to get involved.
I was like, "Absolutely.
Yeah.
You should teach
and
a
I
class."
do think too, children need to see men
Yeah.
in soft spaces like that.
Totally.
To know that
That men
is,
could be that
right.
side too. Yes.
He's the best at reading stories. He does voices for every
Oh my
character.
gosh.
And so I know he'd be fantastic as doing
Yeah.
story time
Yeah.
at the Bunny Hive. But it was funny, we were talking to one of his other friends, and he was like, I read stories to my children like a lawyer. And I was like, that's not my husband.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
It just goes to show
Lovely little
partnership
daughters.
matters.
It does.
So ladies, pick the right partner.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
how
Because
beautiful that you have a partner in your corner cheering you on every step. So that's awesome.
Very cool. Well, I love the concept. Thank you for coming on to tell us more about it. And obviously, friends, as we learn more and you have a more solid date, we'll be sure to tell everybody about that as well. And then any events you do, well, let us know because we would love to come too and support you.
Thank you.
Do you plan on doing, a certain type of community events throughout the year?
Yes.
Cool.
So we are planning. We actually just started putting invites out today, so I will send it to you
Yes.
both as well.
Yeah.
February 26th, we're going to do a parents' night out at Nickel for pickleball.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
we'll do a little pickleball, some
I love that.
champagne I can't drink, and then
How cool is that, though?
It'll be fun.
So
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously you're on Instagram, right? So if people want to
Yes.
see this, where can they find? Is it
The Bunny Hive Fort Monmouth.
Bunny Hive Fort Monmouth?
Yep, we'll be sure to link it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you again for coming on
Thank
today.
you so much for having me.
Yes, thank you. Make
see you
sure to like and subscribe for more great content. Thank you for listening.